Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Defo. Thanks so much for clicking. I just wanted to put this quick video out there to kind of talk about how VCT Americas has kicked off so far, and just some players and some teams to really be on the lookout for how they perform throughout the season. I think we have a really stacked region, and it's kind of been known that we have some cracked players. I know we have Demon 1, the world champion. We have Aspas, obviously, just like the GOAT, and we also have some really methodical people like the IGLs and Boostio and Sadhack that I think really could be contenders for world champions again this year, which would be really cool to see. But I just want to shed some light on some people that I think will blow up or at least need to have some light shown on them. Specifically this season, because I think they're kind of hidden gems. Starting off with that, I really just want to shine some light on Oxy. I know that his name is kind of going all over the place after his performance this weekend with Cloud9, and rightfully so. I mean, the kid's cracked, right? He's like 17. He has the mechanics and the aim to pretty much destroy anybody in his path. And his decision making for the most part and his agent pool seems pretty good. So I'm really excited to see kind of what he does, especially with this Cloud9 roster. I know Vanity, he's probably one of my favorite IGLs, just not even for making good calls and stuff, but he seems to have a really good understanding of leadership, both in and out of games. So I think them together could be really dangerous. Back to Oxy, though. I know that this guy, especially the VLR frogs, are hyping him up to be the next GOAT, which might be a bit too far out, but I definitely don't think it's something he can't do. I remember when I was on a team in tier 2, tier 3 area, maybe in 2022, insert me getting 13-0'd by 100 Thieves. I remember just my teammates talking a lot about how this like 16-year-old, 15-year-old kid at the time was just ruining teams and scrims and just running weekly tournaments. So it was cool to see him get picked up on G2 and eventually make a good run with that team with a bunch of old faces on it. Him and just Cloud9 have a lot to really perform, especially with other cracked players like Zeppa and Jake, who are also just mechanically gifted. I think that this team really can go far. So I would definitely keep Cloud9 and specifically Oxy on your radar if they aren't already. So next up is definitely the content org, definitely the fan favorite, and I'll be honest, they're definitely one of my favorites for this year too. Is just Sentinels. Of course, I'm not going to focus on Tens or Zekin and stuff. Everybody knows how good they are, but it's more on the new pickup in John QT. I really think that he's one of the best talents to really come out of the region. A lot of people have really respected his fragging as an IGL outside of his call making. And I think that he's been doing this for years and people haven't really been seeing, especially in the Ghost Gaming roster in the past. They were always an underdog and contenders for making a long run. And especially with M80, they did some really awesome things in the Challenger League last year. Unfortunately, they fell out to the guard, which is now the G2 roster, which we'll actually talk about later. But I think he's really proved himself as being not only a good talent mechanically, but also being able to really spearhead a team. So especially with people like Saucy and Pencata, world champions, and the crowd favorite, a freaking 10Z zombie, I think that he's done a really good job so far, especially in that kickoff game, of not letting it really get to his head, not letting it get to his nerves, and really showing how well he can lead a team. And I think they're really something that could be really scary this year. So also, this is just my hot take. I really do think, I know I wasn't going to talk about him, but I got it. I think Zekin could possibly in the next year or two really get his flowers as being one of the greatest of Americas. I really think that he has the mechanics, the flexibility. I think he has the learning mindset to really just be up there in the contention alongside people like Aspas or Demon 1. I think he is way too good, simply put. So next up is EU. This is the new pickup for 100 Thieves, if nobody knows. They had a really good showing this weekend as well. Unfortunately, they didn't win, but it was really close, and I think EU, as well as the rest of the roster, looked pretty scary with new leadership under Boostio. EU, though, specifically, has been a name that's been whispered around the scene for a long time for just having, like, god-tier mechanics, and honestly, he's one of those people that, like, 2 years ago, I would look up to him on his, like, it's cringe to say, but his frag movies and stuff, and I'd really look up to him in that sense and just what he can do on so many different agents. I think that his giftedness of both aim and mechanics and flexibility and stuff, surrounded by the support system of like 100 Thieves. I mean, I don't think another org off the top of my head really does it like them when it comes to just the support system and the staff and everything. I just think him and the rest of the squad really are set up to succeed, especially again with that IGL who was the champion of the world last year, Boostio. So I think people are really sleeping on them, especially after their loss. I think people are going to sleep on them even more. So that's another team I just want people to keep their eyes on for the rest of the season. Following that, my final team that I really just want to kind of low-key glaze really is just the G2 roster. I was a super big fan of the Guard back when they made their Reykjavik run. I used to be on a team with somebody who worked with MCE in the past, and they had a lot good to say about him. So I was really intrigued just kind of what they could do, and unbeknownst, they made a Princess run. They had a bunch of cracked players. But specifically, the prospect for me that really stands out is Trent. Trent is honestly probably one of my favorite players, like, in the entire game. I don't know what it is about him. I think it's just like his demeanor. He seems super down to earth and chill, which is, it kind of sounds silly. But to be so like calm and I guess down to earth while being an amazing talent really is cool. I think it's another reason why Zekken really stands out to me as well. But Trent has always been a really good talent. He was a crucial part to that run that I was mentioning when they went to Reykjavik. Unfortunately, they fell out there. I think 0-2 in playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. But they did still put up a good showing. But yeah, they're now on G2 after making franchising, and I think they're really hungry to kind of prove that this roster that chose to stay together alongside the addition of Leaf really is not like a roster to sleep on or mess with. I know today they just played Crew in a really close game. Yes, I'm recording this on the night of the 18th, so hopefully this goes out soon, but they had a really close game, and I think that their resilience really shows how dangerous they can be. I think they have a lot of good pieces. I think Jonah P is also a really slept-on talent. Leaf, probably the most flexible player in Americas. And I think Net, though he might not pop off statistically, I think he does a lot for this team outside of the game when it just comes to leadership and just energy. Like, he's almost like the Zelsis of this roster. And it's really cool to see their kind of like humble beginnings turn into something so cool here. So yeah, those are just a few of the people from Americas that I think you guys should keep your eyes on. I really hope that this video kind of raises your attention to some people and some rosters, and I hope to put some more out about the other regions going on since everybody else is kind of kicking off this first week. So thanks so much for stopping to watch. I appreciate it. I hope to kind of be pumping out more content soon, both here or on Twitch. Twitch is in the description below. But yeah, if there's any criticism or anything you guys have for me, I'm super open to learning and getting better, so be sure to leave a comment down below, and also subscribe so you can stay up to date on just videos I post and things like that. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys stopping to watch, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, it'll probably be Pacific. That's kind of the next region I'm thinking. So yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys then. Later. Bye.